6 a cycle with a twist. At 8 a.m. the bomb was dropped at Tetris.
Right.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Fuck yeah.
Welcome to Mature Adult Time.
No, this is Fuck It, We Here.
Oh, fuck it, we're here.
Hey, pass me my beer. Fuck it, we here. It all rhymes.
Sometimes.
There's a fresh one for you too. I'm Art Hernandez, and as with me always is Eric Kazmarowski. Good Eric. Scoot in a little bit down here. Don't be afraid of our good friend, our good guest, the wonderful Nate. Hi. Nate, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Here, let's flip this mic back around where it's listening
I
to you.
tried so hard to not get that wrong.
No, it's okay. It listens to you this way. It's weird. It's like, this is it.
I was paying
But anyways,
much attention.
Nate, say hello.
I'm saying hi.
Hi.
Yes.
This is Nate. He's a good friend of ours, a good friend of the show, and he has just come back from Burning Man.
Yeah.
What was it like?
Was it your first Burning Man?
It was my
Yeah.
first time.
Okay, good. So we're getting virgin experience. This guy's a cherry popper of a Burning Man, right?
I mean, I should qualify by saying that, like, I didn't have a lot of time to see as much of the art as I wanted to. I was working in a kitchen a lot of the time.
You actually worked there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
So what is the kitchen like? What is the like? I have the idea of Burning Man. Like a bunch of people go out, burn some shit, hang out, have a
never been?
self-sustained. No, I have not. Have a self-sustained society. But how I don't understand how, like, I don't know how that works in practice. So like what type of kitchen?
Yeah, so I went with a camp that was a very large and pretty well organized camp. There was 350 people, and basically there was an entire like truck dedicated to hauling out an entire kitchen's worth of equipment. We had 3 flat top griddles, a convection oven. Like, it wasn't roughing at all. I was expecting to be roughing it a lot more. I thought I was going to be cooking, hot dogs on a coat hanger over, some burning tires or something. But like,
So what were you cooking? Like what?
Never cook hot dogs over burning tires.
just never cook anything over burning tires. I mean, it was like large batch cooking, so it was never anything like super super fancy. But there was like a taco night and a curry night and a spaghetti night, like.
So you were one of the smart guys, and you got paid to go to Burning Man.
Basically, yeah. I got paid to go to Burning Man.
First of all, everyone that's listening or watching, like, that's how you fucking do it.
You gotta have skill to apply it somehow.
Yeah, I mean, on average, what is like a someone who's going for like a week at Burning Man is probably gonna spend like $400 to $800 or something.
Well, I think the ticket itself is like about $400, and then to buy into like a fancy camp that has like food and stuff provided for you, I think is probably another like $400 or $500.
I mean, I'm just trying to think about like. What you spend in a week? Like a week is a long time to think about and plan for, and like that's a very.
Not to mention like the quantity of people that are out there. Like I think if I were to do that job independently in my own like catering operation experience, it would probably be something around a $10,000 job, just to be out in the desert for a middle of the week and feed 350 people just barely. I don't know how they would make any money doing it, but. They did it, so I don't.
Well, they clearly sold packages or something,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, there was a ton of people. So.
That's so crazy. So what's it like being in the trenches, fucking cooking for that many people? I can barely cook for myself.
My first day there, it was it wasn't my first day in the kitchen. The day before, I had taken some drugs and was like wandering around in the desert looking at art. So day 2 was the first day working, and
well, why are you skipping day 1?
Well,
that's we're trying to learn about. I guess we should go with work perspective first.
You did ask about work first, but if you want, I can go tangentially into the drugs.
I want to hear about it all. I mean, I have no time limit. I have a few beers and a cooler.
Cool, yeah. I got time for it.
This background makes me want to go forever.
We got spacey thing. Yeah, I like it over there.
Yeah,
okay.
Dude, this is pretty much a Stargate. We're in a Stargate right now. So tell us about Burning Man.
Yeah, so dust is like the predominant experience. Like, it is so fucking dusty. Within like an hour of getting there and like setting up my tent, like everything that I had was like pretty good layer of grit and dust on it. And you just you have to embrace it because it's everywhere.
What color is this dust? Is it like a fine soot? Like, is everyone turning black, brown,
It looks
gray?
it looks like baby powder mixed with cigarette ash.
So it's like a fine gray.
It's a grayish brown. Yeah, it's pretty funky. I guess it's an alkali salt flat.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
it's like,
Now, a lot of people are very political. They try and remove the gray water. They don't leave anything like dirty behind. They try not to. I hear.
yeah.
A lot of people spend a lot of time cleaning up.
Oh man, you're bringing up a point that's like been simmering on some shit
We'll
that
get to
I have
it.
to talk
Don't
about.
let me cut you off. You go in your own pace. I'm just so curious.
So the way that waste is dealt with out there is definitely very conscientious, and like they talk a lot about leaving no trace. There's like a whole group of people set up to making sure that as much of the footprint as is made is removed before people leave.
Which is good. They should do that.
Totally. We set up evaporation pools for all the gray water, and we had big, like, several 50-gallon drums for, like, oil or stuff that had been contaminated with raw meat or whatever. We just, tons and tons of water that got used. I think the guy who was in charge of the water said we were using about 3,000 gallons of water per day for just our camp.
And how many, like, to put it in perspective, like, how many people, like, how big has Burning Man got at this point? Like if you're one kitchen, like, how many kitchens?
Well, I've heard that Burning Man
ideas?
becomes the third largest city in Nevada when it's active.
I will believe that, having driven through large chunks of Nevada.
Yeah. Well, like Henderson being one of the biggest cities, which holds Las Vegas and all that, and then like Reno and the surrounding area, which is like Douglas County, as being the second.
Yeah.
I heard that Burning Man, when it comes through, is the third largest city in Nevada.
I heard something about 80,000 people.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And
That's
yeah,
That's like a good Rod Zombie concert. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I believe that number. Like, I didn't see it from the sky. Some people went up in the planes and were like taking pictures, and I saw their pictures.
So
and
these, who has planes?
There's just
they've
planes
got
now?
everything. There's a hospital. There's an airport.
So this is a very corporate event.
There are restaurants.
Who's
No,
paying for this?
I have no idea how they pay for it, man.
There's corporations. You don't see any sponsors. Arrowhead, Centel.
the only
Nextel.
the only name that you see anywhere regularly, excuse me,
Bless you.
is the people who run the porta potties
Oh, what is that?
and
Proto Joe.
something like that. Yeah, I don't know, but they're making the most money out there. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm sorry, but that is like one of the most essential things ever. Like Rome wouldn't have been Rome without the aqueducts. They need to
Word.
be able. You need to move shit.
That's super
Okay, if
true.
you can't move shit from your people are gonna get sick. So definitely 100%. Any corporations profiting at Burning Man.
So-
Definitely the porta potty people.
So could
so
you
weird.
could you line up, like, there was just a line, like, you get in a line and get on a plane?
But did
you
you
had to
ha-
know someone, like?
So it seemed to me that the guy who had the plane was mostly into the idea of flying pretty girls around and taking pictures with the pretty girls. And that's
Oh,
fine.
weird.
Like,
I
you
mean-
got a plane, that's totally what you want to do. Like, I get it. I think I knew of one or two guys who got to go up in it too, so I can't really say that he was exclusively using
But were
it to
they
show
with
off.
girls?
I don't know.
See, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not blaming anyone who does that, but it's very. I'm never surprised if that's the case.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine. I hope to achieve that level too. Where
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck you, dudes. I'm taking your girls on my plane. That's a beautiful level to be at. You know, they might come back. You never know.
That's like, I was going to reference a television show that I
Go for it, please do.
The
Don't-
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I've heard of it.
The boat episode.
Yes,
Because of the implication. Yeah.
that's what Diaz the book, and they burned it down. Great show. Coming back, by the way.
Yeah.
You seen the commercials for it?
I think I saw a billboard.
Well, the commercials are so awesome because basically Mac buys like a sex doll version of Dennis because Dennis has left the show, I think. So that and like then like it just shows cuts of like this sex doll being in different places, and at one point the waitress has slept with the sex doll, and Charlie walks in, and he gets all pissed off and is like punching the sex doll.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that beyond what that show is capable of pulling off.
They're so good, but that show really hit a new level when they got Danny DeVito on there. Season 1, no Danny DeVito. Season 2, perfect. Now they're on 15 years of awesome or 12 years of awesome.
It can't be 15. Jesus Christ, how old am I?
We're all pretty old, dude. Things keep going.
It's ridiculous.
So
What was the?
Yeah, day one. You make it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
make it in.
So, yeah, day one at Burning Man. I arrived at like midnight on Saturday, Sunday. And I was driving the entire day before, so
Was it like already packed?
I was pretty tired. No, we were the very last ones in before they shut the gates for general admission.
Oh, what
'Cause
time
we were
was that?
we were still working, like build crew
Okay.
people.
Okay, so you're pre festival showing up type
Yeah,
thing. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
And you traveled there yourself, or you traveled with a?
So the way I traveled with a group of people, but in my car there was 2 of us.
No.
Yeah, me and Holly, who was one of the other chefs. She
Shout out
was-
to Holly,
Yeah.
Chef Holly.
Thanks, Holly. You fucking kick ass. So, yeah,
You guys left from Oregon, right?
we left from Eugene, Oregon. And
Shout out to UG.
Eugene's a nice town. I like it there.
It is. I've been
They
there.
have-
I stayed there for Oregon Country Fair.
They have super cheap weed.
I just found that out. I didn't know. I brought my own because I was going there for something.
Yeah, I didn't have any when I got there, and I found some at a recreational shop for like $50 an ounce. So, and it was like really nice. And it made it through Burning Man. I still have the rest of it right there.
I don't like these bags though. I don't like pre-weighed out shit.
It wasn't.
So they weighed out in front of you?
Mhm.
That's nice. Shout
Yeah.
out to Oregon. Keep it up.
It was good. Yeah, it's much better than the way they've been doing it here.
All
I
right,
don't
now
like the way
back
they
to
do it here.
Nevada.
Okay, yeah. Day 1 at Burning Man. I accidentally took 4 hits of acid. I thought it was 1.
Oh, those accidents are the worst.
That has been the most fun accident that I've made in my life. I've made it a few times.
Was it like a crinkled straw wrapper scenario where like 4 looked like 1 because they were like bent weird?
I mean, no, I was just not paying very close attention.
That's a good accident. All right, so what happened? You're on.
I took
Pretty
a bunch of
good hit of
acid, I
acid.
smoked a bunch of weed, and was just like wandering around looking at art, of which there was like tons of super weird and cool looking art.
Yeah, and
Way cooler looking than you.
My understand. Well, I hope so. My understanding is that they destroy all the art there after, right?
I don't know if they destroy all of it.
Burning it. No.
There was definitely, there were some large wooden structures that got burned. The man, the Burning Man guy.
Okay.
Obviously, they burn it.
They burn him. But
Which
I don't know if it was last year, but online I saw like a crazy wooden temple they built,
Mm-hmm.
and then I
Yeah,
guess
that
that
was-
was burnt too,
Yeah.
and so that was reconstructed.
I haven't. This was my first time, so I don't know what. I hadn't done a whole lot of research about what it looks like.
What? All right, well, let's go.
But it was my first time seeing that temple. It's like this giant.
So
Spiral.
there
it's
was
like
a temple.
Yeah.
All right. Forget my polluted image. Let's hear what you'd like. Just walk us through it.
It looked
walk
like a
us through it.
giant upside down wooden whirlpool.
Nice.
So it's just like this giant, or almost like a wooden volcano, kind of.
Yeah, like a witch's hat.
Yeah, and it's got this crazy spiral form to it, and inside of it, it's quite intense because everybody's on there to like write messages to their deceased, like whoever.
So did you write anything? You don't have to say what you wrote.
Yeah,
but
I
you
totally did.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And so that all goes up kind of like an homage to all the loved one. That's actually pretty beautiful. I always looked at it as like a very like burning things cool. I like that. Don't get me wrong. I love burning things.
I mean,
But that's another level to it.
yeah, it made it more meaningful, especially since there was so much natural wildfire happening around. Like, I didn't feel that the burning of all this extra wood was really all that necessary.
It was pretty weird considering Northern California was like on fire, like hardcore. That's a pretty ironic thing that I didn't even think about.
Oh, it was very full of iron. Yes.
Oh my God, Burning Man and during the biggest fires. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That irony wasn't lost on me for sure.
So you're wandering around in acid and you're.
Yeah, so I was very lost. It's I'm not very well prepared.
How
for
are
it
you
at all.
moving around? Just by foot? You have
Yeah, I didn't
you
have a
don't
bike.
Okay.
I was just walking around, and it's it's kind of like this giant like crescent shaped.
Yeah.
Like 3/4 of a circle kind of.
It kind
shape.
of reminds me of the Chinese Tao symbols. I've seen aerial views and they kind of are laid out in these tent cities in circles that kind of go out like that.
Looks a little bit like the Wu-Tang W, but without the middle part.
No, yeah, no. Just out of all respect to Wu-Tang, no, not at all.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
No, go on. Sorry, I keep jumping into this. Can we find an aerial? Maybe Nate can probably point out a little bit of his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I can retrace a little bit of my path from the first day. Yeah, there it is. You don't think that looks like the Wu-Tang symbol a little bit?
Okay, from this angle, I cannot say it doesn't.
Thanks. Okay.
But without it in my head, I just had to be like, no, But yes, that does. Okay, first, whose camp is in the middle of that circle? You see that center? Who's the eye of this?
That's called center camp.
Was that the hospital, or is that for the rich people?
I think they do have a medical center. It's basically like it looked like an information center. I went there.
So where would you be on this if we had a look? So it does. To anyone who can't see this, it looks like a big fat. If you had a donut and someone took a bite out of it.
Yeah, or a clock from like 2 o'clock until 10 o'clock, which is how.
Yeah,
they,
absolutely. So yeah, the witching hours are gone.
Yeah.
Not. I don't know. No, so like, you're a part of some of this. Look at that. That's the Batmobile tire tread. Woo!
Yeah, no, there was some crazy.
Okay, that's a good
cars.
aerial right there.
Yeah.
This one right there. Yeah. So like, where with the finger, where would you show Eric with the finger where you were on this map?
Show me on this map where he touched you.
Yeah. Yeah. Is he hot or cold?
Yeah, it was right on the inner circle on Esplanade. Is the name of that like inner circle area? Yeah,
this inner circle.
No, not that inner circle, but like the.
All right.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
It was basically right at 3 o'clock and that inner circle. So
what's the center circle? I still see a center circle. What happens there?
That's the man.
That's the man.
Yeah, that's the guy they set on fire. And then right there, center camp, and then further down along that same straight line is the temple. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you can take that if you want.
It's so yeah, my camp was right about here.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow, you were like front and center, dog.
Yeah, super
Oh my
awesome
God.
positioning for being my first time, but I totally paid for it in pounds of flesh. So, and then right here would be the temple. Though this looks like it's probably from a different year because our temple was a circle this year.
Okay.
And then so I was right there. Casey and his buddies were like right over there.
Nice.
The Dick Bats. That's the name of their camp.
I'm familiar with the Dick Bats.
And then Jamal.
Shout out to Dick Bats.
Jamal and his camp were somewhere out here. I found him one day, but they were like right about there.
Oh my God, that's way out there, dude.
Yeah, from my camp.
They don't even have a full square. Look at it. Their quadrant's kind of hollow.
Yeah,
like from end to end, like how big do you think this is at its
80,000 people, dude.
about 2 miles.
2 miles?
Yeah,
It's got to be like a Staples Center.
it's a long 20-minute walk across the middle empty area.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's big.
So I know that's about a mile for me, and then the other half is another mile. So maybe the whole thing is really like 3 miles. I don't know. It's pretty fucking big.
But that's
So I got my first day was I started right here, walked around here, checked out the dude. Somewhere between here and there is when I took my mind altering experience, and it kicked in on the way back, and there was a huge dust storm, which lasted for the rest of the entire day.
So how are you protecting yourself from this?
You go out there with like some.
Well, what
goggles.
did you have?
I had my goggles.
I know what I would have. What do you got?
I had my goggles and a bandana.
All right.
Bandana. I can't say that word right
Mad
anymore.
Max style.
Yeah. So I was the goggles and a fucking thing around my eye and a little water on it, and yeah.
What does that do? Catch the mud or?
I don't know. It felt good because it was like super super dry.
That makes sense.
Just to have like a little humidity in the air. And then it was like just wind and like really intense wind for the rest of the day, which made it kind of hard to walk around. Ooh, that looks cold.
It is. It's so cold we can't drink it yet.
Yeah, so the dust made it a little hard to walk around. So I just hung out at the camp for the rest of the day and like.
This is a day off because you don't have to work when you're.
Yeah, I'm not on the
all
build.
this acid.
I'm not on the build team, and people were still like building the camp and everything. So the kitchen wasn't assembled yet. And I didn't have to participate in that because I have no idea how to do. I've never built a fucking kitchen before.
This makes sense. Like you shouldn't just let people help out with that kind of stuff.
Connect some lines wrong, and there's a gas leak, and then we all explode. Like, things go there to burn, but that's not the idea.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
don't let
Yeah.
like you don't know how to build shit. Just wait. You can always learn to sweep and clean shit later.
Totally. Like I said, I knew they were gonna get their pound of flesh out of me. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy the free time because they are gonna get you.
yeah. So just hung out at camp, and it seemed like I was just like being chatty with a bunch of other people who were also tripping, and just having friendly time with new strangers.
That's good. What was the vibe?
Everyone was super chill. There was a ton of Canadians, so like
Typical.
very polite.
Typical Canadian thing, Burning Man. no, but that's cool. Like so, like you said, like I always find comfortable surroundings with Canadians. Never
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Unless we're in a hockey match, but they suck.
There was I heard a new joke. It's super corny that I'm sure is.
Go for it.
It's
Lay
not
it
a new
on.
joke to most people, but like if a Canadian falls over in the woods and there's no one around to hear him, does he still apologize?
Yes.
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Sorry, Gaia.
I spent 8 years living
Sorry,
in Vancouver.
Gaia.
He definitely apologizes.
Oh, Earth, I didn't mean to bump into you like that.
Sorry.
Sorry. I hope no fungi
Oh,
died.
I was talking to you about how they didn't let me into Canada earlier this summer.
yeah.
Whoops.
And how about they let me back in too?
That gives me hope for the future that they will let me in one day.
They will.
Yeah. You
Everyone-
just gotta wait 10 years.
If not, we'll sneak you in. Just joking. We got you. Just
So-
joking.
So day 2, you had to get to work. What was your first work day like?
I was a 3 to 11 dinner shift, so in the morning I was kind of recovering from my deep introspective
No, is morning
trip through the dust the day before.
time-wise, is morning like 6 when the sun comes up, or are you like sleeping till 9, 10?
I mean, on a normal day, I wake up when the sun is up. And
So you're an early riser regardless.
normally, yeah,
Okay.
but I had done some drugs the day before, so I slept a little later.
Oh, okay.
But it's also super hot out there, so you can't really sleep too late because the
Yeah,
sun's
that's
straight
how
down.
I've always.
Yeah.
I've camped in the desert several times, and I've always known that the sun dictates when you wake
Pretty
up.
much, yeah.
Like,
So the workday was pretty typical. Show up, check out the menu, start doing prep. We had a shit ton of volunteers, just like people willing to like play with knives and.
and this is different from what you're doing because
Because
you're like on payroll. These are volunteers.
yeah, I'm management. They're labor.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So just
So what are you having them do? Like you're okay. So your job
Basic
is
kitchen prep.
basically
Yeah.
in that little area. You're kind of feeding that group of people,
yeah. I'm
or
feeding.
is it more than that group?
I'm feeding basically one
One
large
square.
square block of that. Yeah, that.
Like one city block. Like you.
350 people was the count that I had, though I'm certain there were nights where
You're
it was more
definitely
like
in
5.
on the apocalypse team.
I can make food.
Yes.
I
Well,
know
for
how to-
large quantities.
I know how to open cans and season things. It's tough. I went to
You're
school
really
for that.
selling yourself short. I'm
I went
like,
to-
I could do those things.
I went to school for it. I have a degree.
The university say that my can opening skills are far superior. Sorry, Mom. You have to. No, anyways.
Oh,
So
you-
you're feeding that. That's a large amount of people.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
shitload of people. I was.
You could have made it in the military. You could have been like one of the battalion or platoon chefs.
There are lots of similarities between the way like a traditional kitchen is organized and the military. It's like in the classic like French structure of the kitchen, like it's all based on military operations. Anyways.
Holy
This is
fuck!
why,
I
like,
mean, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why they wear the tall hats, the chefs,
I don't know why the fuck they wear those stupid
because
hats.
it's military.
I hate those fucking hats.
You have one?
No, not anymore.
But you did.
Not
right?
anymore. Not anymore.
You wore one.
They made me wear one for 2 years in school, and I ended up making it into like it looked like a snork hat, and they
I
hated
love
it.
the snort. I love the fact that you could reference the snorks. They're fucking awesome. Anyway, check it out. They are the funner version of the Smurfs.
Yeah, they were underwater.
Instead of
Smurfs.
smurfing things, they would snork things. You know, they'd snork it up
I think they were just underwater Smurfs. Yeah.
for the most part. But they were better because they had snorks. You know, like don't grab my snork. They blow bubbles and shit, and they swim. Yeah, that's them.
There they go. Yeah.
That's the snorks, dude. See,
That-
jet people. They basically had straws coming out of their head. They're basically soft drinks.
They do totally look like fucking bendy straw soft drinks.
Right? They do. It's like if you could drink an onion, this would be a snort.
Oh no.
This is them. The snorks.
Oh yeah, dude. I really
1984.
snork it up.
Ni-
Look at that. That was like a hot snork. They ride seahorses like there were horses.
Because horse.
And this is why is the octopus holding all?
It was a ride.
He looked really happy to be.
And
That
look
was
at,
the- that
they
was the
bounce off
carnival
their
ride.
snorks. And look at there's like reef people that try and eat them, just like Gargamel eats the Smurfs. There's like seaweed creatures that eat snorks.
Man, this is a really long intro song.
Vampire snork.
Full 1 minute intro song.
Yeah.
Have you been listening to any of the lyrics? They're talking about some weird shit.
I mean, this is nuts. The Snorks was crazy, dude. I feel like Snork was like, they were all like, what if our cocaine straws could tell stories?
It was the 80s.
These,
Right in the middle of
they're
it.
Snorks. They're just like, isn't that the sound you make when you do cocaine? Like, Snork.
Totally. Especially if you've been doing it for a couple days and it's just like,
Oh, yeah. So imagine, like, they're Snorks, right? They have little straws for the head because they're just like cocaine ideas, you know?
They gotta go catch
And
it.
they're underwater, man. They're underwater, so no one will get it. You know, no one will ever connect the two. All right, well, wait. So these people are dressed like Snorks.
I don't know why I was talking about Snorks. Oh, because of the hat that I have to.
Oh yeah, he made a
yeah.
chef hat into
Yeah.
a Snork. All right, and that's what he did with his chef hat. That song.
That was the way I endeared myself to my very formal chefs in culinary school.
Come along with the Snorks. All right, so this is crazy. We probably will maybe we'll put in some screen grabs of this. If not, just look up Burning Man.
Yeah.
Aerial shots. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Black Rock City.
We're feeding a huge amount of people.
Who's over there? Look at that little circle over there.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, what's that? That's
What's going on
HBO.
back here?
I don't know.
That's where Coca-Cola stands. That's where Coca-Cola gathers the data. How many people drink Powerade? No, okay. Can we zoom in more? Like, what does this look like? What is that? What is these things?
I'll find some more. I'll find some better pictures here.
All right, so Nate's over there. You now are at work. You have how many volunteers do you have working for you?
Oh, there was
laborers.
throughout the course of the day, there was probably 15 different people who came through to help us out. We would have like 4 or 5 at a time.
So they'd work in like couple-hour shifts.
Yeah, we'd be like, here, chop this entire 50-pound bag of onions, and then they would, and it was awesome. Like
50-pound bag of onions.
Did
Did you guys give them like a cool thing to do it, or just like a knife?
Usually just a knife.
Like not a blender, or could you chop ones with a blender, or is that dumb?
There's an attachment for some food processor stuff that chops like julienne style. But
if
you got to do some pre-slicing and
Still, you could,
Yeah.
but they did it.
No.
That's the
Oh,
tempo.
that one looks fucking cool. I didn't see that one. That looks like a big old pagoda.
Wow.
What's
There's
that?
A big metal sphere.
There was one of those.
There was a big weird
I
metal
like
sphere thing.
I like
yeah.
in Chicago. Theirs is warped.
That's the bean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Theirs is better. I like it. I don't like this all trying to be perfect because I know if I go measure that sphere, it's not perfect.
No, it's got a big it looks like it's got a man bun on top.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
where it's got dolloped. That's what I call the dollop. That's the fucking release of the whatever.
Yeah.
First of all, no sphere should have a man bun.
It definitely was. It was more shaped like a guava or something. Since we
Ew.
were talking about guavas earlier too.
We have those trees.
So what's your night off? So you work at what was your work schedule? You're working.
I was doing
just all nights.
Yeah,
or-
I was doing dinner, so 3 to 11 p.m. every day,
Yeah.
the whole Monday through. I guess I made it Monday through Saturday, and then I left Saturday night because I had to be back here. But the first day I was there, I totally got heat stroke and almost died. It was fucking terrifying.
While on acid?
No, it was the day after.
Would-
I was like, I don't know if I can believe this.
Well-
You almost died thing.
So I was working in the kitchen and working in the kitchen, you're sweaty, it's hot, whatever.
I mean, I can only assume.
You've never been sweaty and hot before?
No, I have. I've
Fucking
never worked in a
sweating
kitchen.
Right now, you greasy fucker.
Yeah, I sweat. I'm a human. I just don't sweat in kitchens.
I sweat all the time. I'm sweating right now.
Dude, I'm a hairy man. I sweat. That's natural. But this is different because you're standing in front of a stove that's like.
Yeah, in the middle of a fucking desiccating
Hot.
salt flat. Dude, it was.
Yeah, it's
I've never been. I've never been so dehydrated in my life. But yeah, it was 7 or 8 p.m. and I'm just going through my shit, cooking whatever, and I'm freezing cold and it's 90 degrees outside. And when I was I'm gonna go get my hoodie, and one of the other people was like, dude, you look severely dehydrated and you need to go into we had a refrigerator, so I had to go into the refrigerator room and chill, drink water for an hour.
That's nice.
More than an hour. It took me most of the rest of the night to come back from that. That was fucking super scary. But yeah, if you're ever in the middle of the desert and it's warm and you're freezing, drink some water.
Well, that's a scary thing to be. I mean, clearly, Nathan, you need to be taking care of yourself.
Well, I was blowing off some steam the day before. You know, it's my first day out there. Not making excuses.
First of
but
all,
like,
but your first day at Burning Man, doing that much acid, I think a lot of steam was released.
yeah, I agree.
Like, and maybe we've learned a little too much. You know, you got to drink some water while you do that. There's. I always try and tell me, like, I'm not a big avid drug user or anything like that. But when I do, I always tell myself, drink water and make sure no one's around when you pee.
Make sure no one's around.
You know, you don't accidentally get a fucking felony going.
Well, you know, you're not allowed to like pee on the ground in
No,
Black
of
Rock
course
City.
no one's allowed to, but you know, at least one out of every 100 people was doing it.
I took it very seriously. I didn't pee on the ground.
I know
once.
you
So-
did,
so what's
but
the-
one out of 100 probably
What's the bathroom situation like?
They got
at
porta
the-
johns. Yeah, the little blue box.
Yeah.
did. How often? Pull up that map. Like, where were the porta johns?
That's a good question.
Yeah, there was one.
There were. I mean, there were enough for sure. There was like a little cluster of.
Oh, I could see like in the middle line right there, like almost like we'll go back, up, left, up, slightly, right there. No, back, right, down, right.
Those
right.
little narrow ones.
Yeah, those little narrow.
Yeah.
No, up.
You want to take this? Yeah, you can take that. Take that.
Look at right here. This is what I think, right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
These look like them. These
Yeah.
look like them. This looks like some.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this looks like some.
Yeah, so you never have
this-
to walk more than 2 blocks to get to one.
This looks
basically.
like some.
Yeah.
This. Yeah, no, for sure. Like that's cool. I mean, it's smart. God, you know why they have to be on these so the trucks can come and dump them.
Mhm,
So
yeah,
I'm sure
and
it's
when those
night
trucks-
and day twice. I'm guessing.
It smells so bad when those trucks come by too.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh.
I love that shit. So some smell of hard work.
You're a big
Hard
fan
work,
of,
baby.
Big fan of the Dirty Jobs show series.
No, but you know what? I will say that Mike Rowe's voice was pretty good.
He's got a great speaking voice.
He's got a good
He
voice.
does. Yeah. You got a
I
good
like.
voice for sure.
I don't care. Like I kind of feel like it's mocking people. He's like, oh, I get to do this for a day and like brag about it for the rest of my life. But meanwhile, keep going to your job. Thanks for helping me be rich. But also maybe he's bringing shine to those people that do that. I don't know.
Yeah, they're 15 minutes of fame. You know,
Yeah.
they got to be on that show.
Yeah.
They get to ride that wave too, just like Mike Rowe.
No, Micro right. I think Micro got to ride the wave lots of times. They each got to ride one once.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But still, like, you know, that was their jobs, and now we know. Like, now I know, like, oh, look at that. People go out and do that job.
Yeah, no, you got to think about those things sometimes.
All right, so day 2. You now know that your life could be in danger if you don't hydrate.
Yeah, so aggressive. Well, in the morning I went around and like looked at more art and heard some music and didn't take any drugs. But
No
like,
time did they have, like, bikes you could rent or borrow? Trade?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd say walked around, but I didn't always just walk. I took bikes. They're yellow bikes, which are like community bike, and you just like
So take it to where you need it, leave it there.
totally, yeah, and you know, they were always like super shitty bikes, but they worked, got you from A to B. So
That's what bikes supposed to do. They're all beach cruisers, I'm guessing.
No, it wasn't really beach cruiser. One of them I had the seat kept flipping up and trying to go up my fucking butthole.
Well, that's a specialty. That's a specialty scene there.
I tried to keep that one as long as I could. Yeah.
The burning rear end.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like budget trucks. So people just rent the budget truck and then party in there.
There's shit tons of budget
That's
trucks
so
out there.
smart.
Yeah. I guess U-Haul like is onto it, and if you rent like
The
one of their
GPS
things for like
yeah,
a
it's
week
another
during the
U-Haul
then they
thing.
just like charge you extra, whatever. I took my car, and that actually kind of looks like my setup right there with the rooftop box, the one right down in the middle of the
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a
Straightforward.
little tiny Prius with a fucking cargo box on top, and that was my
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing. Having a bus like that would be fucking sweet though, or like whatever that old food truck type setup might be. Little tiny car is nice, but oh, that was fucking cool.
What's this? What? Yeah, these are.
I don't think I saw all of them. I think that's a giant
Look how far everything is.
terracotta soldier kind of thing. No, yeah, I mean, I've decided if I'm going next year that I'm taking something with like a motorized.
Now you see why the dick bats have little
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
scooters.
I mean,
The dick
yeah,
bats have they have like little gasoline scooters that they just ride around.
Mhm.
They're like birds, but they're
Yeah.
gasoline.
No, it's super annoying, but like out there, it's very practical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would make sense. Yeah.
hmm And yeah, there's dust storm. Yeah, like when it gets windy like that.
So it looks like
That's a
Chinese
shit.
air.
Yeah, there were definitely days where I was like, this.
You've
reminds
been
me
to
of
China?
freaking- Yeah,
Was this like?
this was worse than anything I saw in China. but it wasn't like
But did it taste as bad?
no, it just tasted like salt. But
Ooh, that seems kind of nice. I mean,
better.
I do like salt.
Now, how was eating in that desert storm?
rough. There was, I mean, it was a challenge to get like everything to be like dust free because there was dust everywhere. But we had like our kitchen was in a tent that was more or less closed off from the outside.
So it's like, shut the fucking door.
Yeah. Oh, there's the banana car. I saw the banana car. Those guys were cool.
Isn't that the monkeys' car? Hey, we're the monkeys. We like to monkey around.
There were lots and lots of naked men.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed from going to festivals. A lot of dudes like to be naked.
Yeah, I get it, but like
A lot of them, Louis C.K. people found a loophole.
right? Yeah,
Just
no,
go do it at the
that's fair.
festival.
Though on the other side, there was plenty of boobs to look at too. So
Yeah, but don't you get immune to it at a certain point? You're like,
I don't think I'll ever become immune to boobs.
nice. I like that answer.
Boobs are great, and I think actually over time, some of them become better.
They fucking better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one likes a boobie when it starts out. Gotta get some age on that shit. See, but that girl's forever on the internet now. Just butt cheeks out.
Yeah, no, I mean, unless you know her by that tattoo, you
I do.
probably don't know her.
I
don't
do,
know.
and I'll research it. $8,000 to anyone who could find it. Just kidding.
So what were some of your favorite parts? Like, what would that being your first time at Burning Man? Like, have you been to festivals like that before?
I've been to festivals before, but nothing quite like that. It's tough to digest. It's still only been a few days, and I'm still kind of processing a lot of it.
Yeah.
My favorite things were definitely the vibe on a lot of people there was just like everyone was very friendly and accepting, and it almost felt like it didn't matter if I made food that tasted bad. They would have said it was awesome and loved it anyways, because either they had been like partying really hard or just like the nature of the environment is like quite taxing. They always say like hunger is the best seasoning. So I don't know. Yeah, like everybody.
That is true.
I've never heard that before, but
Yeah, it makes
I'm like,
sense.
yeah, that makes 100% sense.
Yeah, when you're hungry, you'll eat whatever, even if it tastes like shit. Or, if you're hot and thirsty, you can spend 20 minutes trying to open a bottle of ice. Hey, you got it. I'm so proud of you.
It's hard to do. Science was working against me, but I said, fuck that, and I prayed.
Through my train of thought. Can't remember what I was talking about at all now.
Just,
No, you were
some of
talking
your-
about how the people were so polite that it wouldn't have mattered.
Oh yeah, true. But also there were Canadians, so like
So they're liars.
they were always polite. No,
a bunch of Trudeaus.
no. The kitchen crew that I was working with were super awesome people. I spent a lot of time with them. I also spent a lot
We
of time
love
with
the Canucks here.
these
at
Australian
Fuck
dudes.
It, we here. Australians are always fun,
They can be, yeah.
but they also can, unless they're bogans.
no, these are
They're
guys.
fucking
were,
bogans. You better stay down.
Yeah, the-
I was the bogan. For
Whoa,
sure.
what is this? A bunch of Hitler people?
I think they're just going like this.
Okay, well, I hope so.
What's
This,
this?
you see how this angle is deceptive.
Did you see this robot?
What is this robot heart?
This is
Yeah,
supposed
that
to be
was-
from this area.
Yeah, that was. I don't remember the name of their camp, but they had like big red heart in the robot, and
Oh, and they're all Illuminati praising it.
I mean, I'm sure there's some conspiracies weaved in here somewhere or another. I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, come on, who's gonna build that besides great builders?
They definitely have builders.
This guy doesn't know what's going on.
He's
There's
going,
a lot of people who don't know what's
He's
going on.
going. Jesus would not approve. Look at him going.
Hands on his hip.
Does
like,
Jesus know about this?
Should I call the police?
Right. I'm about to call some priests in here.
That was
Now,
a cool
this is
piece.
sexy. What is
Oh,
this?
I like this. Yeah.
Are those
Yeah.
live people or
No,
mannequins?
I don't think they were live people. I stood and looked
Those
at
are
it for a while.
womanekins.
I looked at that one for a while and I couldn't discern any like actual breathing on any of them. So
Really?
I
Did
don't
you-
think
You shouldn't touch them, but did you?
I didn't touch anything. No.
I touch everything. I do. I got in trouble at a theater because I touched a typewriter.
At a theater.
Yeah, some guy tried to yell at me, and then his boss came out and told me it was cool.
Hey,
And then
that's
I,
important.
and then I looked at that guy in shame, like, what were you trying to do here, man? Like, who are you flexing on? Like,
Give you an
I
ounce
just-
of power.
Like, I literally just typed
what
a
did you-
couple of letters
Yeah, what
on
did
a
you
type.
do?
There's a fucking typewriter with a piece of paper in it. I hadn't seen it in a while. It's just out there. So I went and wrote, hi, and then space. And then this was like, hey, you can't touch that. And I was like, oh, sorry, it was just out here. He goes, yeah, you're not supposed to touch it. I'm like, but it's just out
Was
here.
there a sign? Was there a
No, nothing.
No sign.
And then some other guy comes out and he goes, hey, this guy's touching it. And he goes, That's fine. I do it all the time. And I go, see? Who cares? Who am I hurting? Like, what are you trying to stop right now?
It's one of my favorite things when
There's literally, this paper was typed already.
when someone says you can't do something that you've just been doing.
Yeah.
You're like, you can't smoke that. Like, I've been smoking it. Like,
Yeah,
you mean I can't? Like, you just don't want me to.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
exactly. Say, I don't want you doing that. Like, stop touching my typewriter. Fine, I'll do that. But don't tell me I can't. Like, who am I hurting?
I just have-
Would
yeah.
it break? No, I don't know.
We have problems with authority. That's all.
And what are you doing?
I do.
Like, what are you
That's
doing?
my fault.
You saw me. You saw what I was doing.
Yeah, don't ask.
You knew
questions
exactly what I
you
was
already
doing.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't be dumb.
tell me to stop.
Don't ask
I'll
me
go,
stupid
"Oh,
fucking questions.
I'll stop. But don't ask me what am I doing? I'm writing your mom a letter. I'm breaking up with you, old school. Like, what do you want me to...
Yeah.
All right. So you're out there. Everyone's being nice. Everyone's being humble.
Yeah, and
Let
then,
me tell. There's no pricks, no douchebags.
I mean, there are always, but
There has to be.
I mean, it wasn't.
I'm suspicious if there's not. I'm like, who's stopping them?
Well, on Tuesday night, I drank some alcohol, and I was a total dick. But that's the same thing that happens every time I drink alcohol.
I guess when there's not a dick, I'm the dick.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like when you see a tornado that doesn't look like it's moving, it's coming right at you.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
Is that what
just,
they
I
say?
just
I grew up in
misused-
tornado country, and I didn't know that.
What a fool! Why would you grow up there? That's so dumb.
This guy is trying to kill you.
This kid, no, I'm probably though.
Yeah.
Or is he just
Terrifying.
like, or is he just like to scare you a little bit so you root for shitty football teams? I was digging deep on that one.
Yeah.
I try and go for like the root canal of pain.
I have a theory about football and bad weather and how that
Go
are
on.
correlated.
I want to
it's
hear
like-
this.
Well, places like, LA just got its football team just like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't even remember.
We got two at once, like such spoiled children.
I don't
We
follow.
want a team.
I don't-
Fine, you can have two. Shut up now. Just leave me alone.
But like, I don't know, like I never cared about football, possibly because there was never a team in LA. Like
Yeah.
we had the Rams when I was a small kid.
Yes,
I don't remember
exactly.
that.
Same thing when I was a kid. We had Rams.
And the Raiders.
We both grew up here.
Yeah,
This guy did it.
yeah.
No.
Sorry.
Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, there is a different feeling you have of not having a team, so you don't care as much.
Definitely.
I'm the same way as you. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Sports ball, like whatever.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when it's cold for most of the year,
Right.
like that, like
You stay inside and you watch sport.
Yeah, it means something to like watch football
Absolutely.
the entire time. Like that's
See, I need to go over there.
Also, that's
Wisconsin.
where a lot of
Coming
the
to
best
you,
music,
baby.
like that's where a lot of the best music comes from. Is like cold, gloomy places. Like you think like
Michigan always turns out good sound. What were we
Detroit.
listening to?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Someone was like, "There's great tone coming out of Detroit.
oh
Great guitar tone." They start listening to guitar, so I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. Fuck.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
because they're cold, huh?"
They
There
got
are-
time.
there are.
They got all winter.
Michigan is pretty much Canada.
Negative.
There's parts of Canada that are more southern than Michigan, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's sad. About that, or whatever. But anyways, they got good sound coming out of there. Good guitarists, good shredders.
Yeah, you get locked in all winter time. You have nothing to do but work on your music and
Make
play
babies.
and play sports.
Make
Yeah.
babies too.
They make a lot of babies up there. It's true.
You gotta make some
Yeah.
babies.
So yeah, that's
my
why
my son will be a dad soon. If winter gets hard,
you'll be a grandfather before you're 40.
fucking would love that, dude. Oof, handsome grandpa. I already have it. .com, handsomegrandpa.com.
I believe you.
Handsome grandpa. Anyways, so we're back at Burning Man. Very few douchebags.
Oh, that's fast.
You're
How
on
do
your
you get back
third
there
or
already?
fourth day. Well, 'cause
Yeah.
you just want to know. I mean,
Um,
this is like fun and like what I want to share with everyone else is I trust your opinion. Like I feel like you're not gonna like fancy it up or sugarcoat what happened.
Yeah,
And
I won't.
and I want to share that with everyone else hearing this. Like, you haven't been, but I want to make that very clear. Like, this guy definitely won't. So that's why I like asking the hard questions. Like,
Thanks.
where were the douchebags?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, I was a douchebag one day, but there were days when other people were like a little tired and like maybe not so interested in.
Everyone gets grumpy.
Totally, yeah, or like dehydrated and hungry and like if
Mm-hmm.
you run out of cocaine or whatever, like.
Okay, now do you think Burning Man is a cocaine environment?
I saw lots of cocaine use.
I figured because they're
Yeah.
going to stay up all night.
I mean, I think that's true of any festival.
And
situation,
fuck,
like-
doesn't cocaine help you fuck forever?
I think so. I haven't done a whole lot of cocaine in my life. I don't know.
Me neither.
As someone, I mean, it can go either way. It can go either way. You can
I
fuck
also haven't had a
forever,
lot of
or
sex on cocaine.
yeah, or it could not go at all. That's you know.
And that's how computers
That's how
were invented.
like I could, as someone who has
Fuck! I need to do something. What if this zero can make this one do more ones and zeros? God damn. Oh, God.
That's why it's a 1 and a 0.
Yeah.
You can't.
No. This gate's closed, but this one's open. Why is it this? And they're fucking figuring out, and all of a sudden we all have windows.
yeah, that's where quantum computer came from.
Well,
It can be whatever I
computer's on a
want.
freezing level. You have to not observe it. So it's just like, don't look at it and give me millions of dollars. And it'll compute for you. I don't know. I always think of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when they had that giant computer, and then
Deep thought.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then at the end, the what trips you out is like the computer that's supposed to come up with the question, and that's Earthlings always just wondering what's we're all just asking it. That's our job. We're a computer. We're in the Matrix.
It's not even just Earthling. It's like the Earth and people on it, and we're not even really like necessarily a part of the. You never read the whole series? I read the whole series.
I've read
There
most
was
of
a
the
series.
series.
Wait,
yes.
there was a series.
There's
I
like
knew there
seven
was
or eight.
7 books.
7 or 8 books.
I bought
yeah.
the whole series for my son. I've read
I
most
did
of
not
it.
know at all.
Excellent reading. Yeah.
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 Dry British humor, dated a little bit since we now have iPhones, which are Hitchhiker's Guides to the Galaxy, essentially.
And Hitchhiker's Guide was the first. Was that the first, or was that?
First. And the last is, I think, the restaurant at the end of the universe. Or something
No,
like
that's like the third one.
that. Oh, yeah.
So Long and Thanks for All the Fish.
So long. Thanks for a second.
I don't even remember. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
wow.
so many. It was a long time ago. I haven't read
But they
it.
incorporate that in the movie. If you
Yes.
watch that, the dolphins the movie starts off with the dolphins leaving like that.
There's a dolphin musical number.
And most deaths in it. And the main character's Arthur.
Is that not like one of the last movies that they let him act in? And, like he's banned for acting for some reason,
Why?
right?
Why
is
I
he
don't know.
banned?
He made
Look
some.
at
Why
this
did-
up. Is
why did
most
Buzz-
deaf banned? He might be. He was in Chappelle's show and in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and you're right. I haven't seen him in shit since. You know who started getting all the roles? The RZA from Wu-Tang Clan. Look at last movie, Hitchhiker's Guide. No, you wait. Yep. No, wait, 2016. 16
2008
blocks.
Cadillac. Right? Okay. Well, you can't believe everything you read.
6. No, he just probably stopped. Most Def's so talented. I don't think he's gonna get blocked by anyone.
Yeah, maybe he just stopped. He just decided.
Remember when he was in the Chappelle skit when they were talking about how the Bloods and Crips started their rivalry? He's like, this Mark put more than salt all over my shoes.
I don't remember that one. I want to revisit a lot of the Chappelle Show. I haven't
It's
seen
super
it in,
fun.
like, how long has it been? Like 10 years?
Oh, more than that. 50 years, 47, 20, 18 years, I think.
Keep it going. Keep
No,
it
like I think 18's about right. I feel like in 2005, 6, 7, no, all right, 10 years is about right. I'm not good with math.
Me neither. Here, smoke weed. That helps.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It always does, actually. Children, try it. Don't try that. I meant try not smoking weed and seeing if your math is downgrades. Because it will. Anyways, so most Def still acts, but
Most stuff still acts.
that's good.
I'm glad. I like him. He's talented.
This is good Oregon weed.
Yeah.
I could
this-
taste
it's
the
what's in the, it's-
dreadlock hair in it.
I wonder how accurate the lab results are, but like
God, I always feel like they test something and then just call that whole batch that.
for sure. Yeah.
Anyone got a QR code reader? What's on their QR code?
I think my phone will just read those like a G. All right, you guys have to entertain everyone else.
I don't know how that stuff works. It's way more advanced than I am. I know how to turn a stove on.
Oh yeah.
That's about it.
How do you do that?
You go like this.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes you go like that afterwards.
Oh yeah.
QR code reader. I don't have one.
Oh, it's not a G? I thought your phone was a G.
No, it's a
Big one.
SF S9. I thought I have it. I mean, I could easily have it, but you know what? I am shitting on QR code technology. I'm taking a stand right now. Here at Fuck It We Hear, I don't respect QR. I mean, I respect people that came up with it. I don't respect people that use it on a day-to-day basis. I don't trust you.
You know what? The only time I've used it and thought it was like convenient and reasonable was on those fucking scooters.
Okay, I do like the birds.
Yeah.
And I feel like they could still have that without
You
that.
can QR code that.
That's yeah. You can like unlock it by scanning the thing with your phone.
You have to do that, but still, like, you don't have to read the QR code. The camera takes the photo and they read it.
Yeah, it doesn't like pop up with a stupid ad or
No,
something.
exactly.
It's just
we
like
don't
okay,
need
we
a
got this
QR
one unlocked.
reader to do it. I send the photo to you. They scan it.
Yeah.
They verify it. And I want to give a shout out to them. Fucking beautiful device. I mean, talk about a actual fun way to reduce the carbon footprint. Those are fun.
I think it makes traffic around town better too.
Yeah. It makes I was annoyed by them because that's me. I get annoyed by anything different. And then I tried it and I'm like, I fucking love this. I can't
Same.
wait to just do it. I can't wait to. I want to rent it and put my friends on this so they can know this isn't assholes. This is just fun.
Yeah, I was the same way. I was like, oh, they park them wherever and they leave them in the sidewalk and people trip over. I was like, the 5 seconds after getting on one, I was like, oh, this is fantastic. Why have I been such a grouch?
Well, I've gone through too. Like
Yeah.
what? Like you just leave them everywhere. This company's just making millions of dollars, just leaving shit everywhere they want, and then
Do
I'm
the same
like,
thing with your
but
car.
it doesn't bother me. Like then I think about it, and I'm like, wait, it actually doesn't bother me. Like I was just angry when I thought that. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I hadn't had my snack that afternoon or something.
Yeah, they're fucking fun, man. I would love a bird. In fact, I can't wait until like they get better and more badass. I want golf carts we could just rent.
Yeah.
Me and my friends. Let me drive
Well-
3 of my homies around. Golf cart. Boo! Rent that shit.
Or like tandem scooter.
Yeah. That's kind of... Yeah, I guess that would work. Maybe for a romantic evening with the Mr. or Mrs. Whatever you got. Both if you're G. But then you need a scooter for 3. All right. So here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You have to be in a couple of less than 3. And you can have an electric. I don't know.
Are you still talking about scooters?
I'm on
Oh.
scooters. All right. I want to move on to those surfboards that are... Have you seen those? The remote control surfboards?
Yeah, there was a few of them at the Playa.
No, they can't be at the Playa. These are for water.
Oh, okay, then no. But these were like ground surfboards that had like a stereo boombox built into the bottom. It was fucking dope.
That sounds fucking cool.
But
First
tell me
let-
about these. No, I don't know. I don't know
All right,
about.
find the remote control surfboard.
All right.
It's probably that. I don't know. Just pick one. Best toy ever. Yeah, because I would totally surf into it too. Oh no, that's an old school toy. You know what? I had a toy like that when I was a kid.
I'm pretty sure I did too.
But I didn't. I don't think I ever took it to the ocean because I was.
No, it was
I
like for the
I would have been
bathtub.
scared to lose that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, or the pool.
Yeah, I do
You
remember that
lived in
toy.
Tar Hill. You had a pool. I never had a pool.
Oh yeah, I did have a pool.
Fucking spoiled.
Fucking
Goddamn
baller.
rich people.
I was always bougie. Bougie me.
See,
No, this
radius
isn't it.
control models again.
No, fool. You had to go for the giant one, Bluetooth controlled.
While you look for that, I'm gonna go and steal one of your wipey things because I feel like I'm sweating through my shirt.
That's fine.
Oh yeah.
Those are like cleansing ones, though.
Excellent.
Okay, you don't want like a. Those are already wet. I have dry ones. Well, do it. Trust me. I believe in you. Fuck, what are they called?
Yeah. What are they? Surfboard.
Surfboard, Bluetooth, jet-powered surfboard?
I mean, what?
Surfboard jet ski.
Yeah, that sounds.
Kind
That
of
sounds.
closest to it.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, it looks like a bitch version of it. So, bitch, don't buy this company, everyone. Electric powered surfboard. Okay, this might be it. Skip this fucking ad, dude. Tired of that ad.
There we go. That's classy.
Does look classy.
Oh man.
I still don't. Oh, I see.
Yeah, his is kind of bitchy, but it might be the same thing.
Maybe you just gotta take it
Might be
out.
those safety precautions.
It looks like a boat with a scooter steering wheel thingy.
No, that's just his leash, so if he falls off.
Ah.
But the other one I saw was like a regular surfboard, and the leash was on your foot.
It's a motorized stand-up paddleboard.
Yeah, but that's so much cooler.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think of anywhere you can go. But these ones, see, these are big, fat, thick ones.
Yeah, that's
The ones I saw were thinner, and you just go on them like shh, and they would look like surfboards, and you just cruise. They were going through like flat waters, like lakes and shit.
How to make
Jet
one?
surf.
20 minutes. Boom. You could just make your own.
I don't want to make one. I want to buy it already made. I want to buy it insured. Like if it breaks, I want someone else to fucking fix it for me.
warranty and shit.
Yes.
I hear you.
Well, anyways, so what were the ones you were talking about? Dirt boards?
Oh, it was like a surfboard on top of a giant like off-road motorized skateboard with extra like battery capacity, and they had installed like big ass like 7 or 8 inch speakers underneath like the front and the back. And they were cruising around, and they had like the little remote control like on a regular motorized skateboard. And like of course it was all lit up with like LEDs and shit, and they would just cruise around, and
was everyone getting laid?
I think so. I hope so.
Like, could you see them?
No, I didn't see actual intercourse happening, though I heard lots of stories from other people that did, but I didn't see it, or I just wasn't looking for it. I spent way too much time in the tent. There was an orgy tent.
All right.
But I saw the orgy tent. I didn't go inside of it, but looking at it, I didn't see any penetration from where I was standing.
Why would you? It's inside the tent.
I don't know.
Orgy tent.
It was.
Why didn't you go in the orgy tent? Do you need a partner to go in?
I didn't feel comfortable going
Or
in the
you
orgy
just,
tent.
You had too
I
many
was like
balls?
showing up alone. Like, yeah. No, it felt creepy if I was going to
Let
do
me
that.
roll the dice in the orgy tent. That's so crazy because, like, yeah, if you were certain people, you'd just be like, wow, fuck it. I'm going to the orgy
Totally,
tent.
yeah.
I wouldn't.
I
wouldn't think the orgy tent
I would in
deserves
certain frame
me.
of mind, but I was thinking about other stuff at
Yeah.
that particular time. And it was fairly early in the week, and like I don't know, yeah, the acid trip put me in a funny headspace. No lie.
No, acid trips are always weird for weird headspace before an orgy tent. I mean, I've never done it, but I know.
You've never taken acid?
No, I've done acid. I've just never waited in an orgy tent.
Yeah, you know, you've ever played that game like Never Have I Ever?
Yeah, I win
Yeah,
all the time.
I often am.
I
Yeah.
decided to lie. Well, yeah, I've done that.
So that's one thing I can say I still
Just
never have
kidding.
done.
So orgy
Yeah.
tent at Burning Man.
Yeah, I've still
I
never
mean-
been in an orgy tent.
Let's.
It's something to aspire to next year, I guess. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Let's move away from. I think Burning Man could be so much more than an orgy tent.
I think it is, and that's part of why I didn't go in there.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I was like, I didn't really come
tell
here
us,
to come get laid.
What was someone that's never gone and someone who's now left? What do you think of it now? And what did you think of it before?
Why do you want to go back? Like,
Expectations.
what makes you want to go back?
Expectations versus, actual experience.
I think my expectations, compared with actual like reality, were fairly on point. Like it was more or less it was bigger, like geographically, but what was happening was what I had imagined. And why I want to go back is because I feel like this first one, I didn't have any idea what I was getting into, and I was prepared to show up cooking hot dogs on a fucking coat hanger, and what I got was a full professional kitchen with, all the bells and whistles. And I don't think I want to do the same thing. I want to have more time to explore the art because I didn't have as much as I wanted to because I was working, which is cool because that's my art, and I got a chance to flex that pretty hard.
Yeah.
But I want to have more time because I know I knew more people who were around and I didn't get to see them. Yeah, I did like a fucking 60-hour work week in the middle of the desert with a bunch of strangers. Like, want to do the whole thing again without the work week.
I love it.
Yeah, I'll probably end up trying to go with the Dick Bats or something.
I think the dick bats are the way to go.
Yeah, I mean they're all friends of mine anyways, and like
Yeah.
I've done all kinds of weird shit with them anyway.
The powerful crew, dick bats. Much love, much respect.
Yeah.
I know you're out there listening. At least a few of you are.
Yeah, you'll notice I haven't dropped the name of my camp, and I probably won't be.
No, you
but-
don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to. This
But I
has
like
been
the Dick Bats.
Yeah. Shout out to the dick bats. This has been a beautiful, beautiful
I'm so sweaty.
Burning Man moment.
Thank you very much for
Showing up, dude. This
It's
was
fun.
fun.
showing up,
Yeah.
hanging
You
out.
gave us a good perspective of Burning Man. Not everyone's going to have it like that. If you guys have Burning Man things, you know how to write into us. podcast@matureadulttime.com. All those things you can reach us at. This is our buddy Nate. We'll put you on to more details. Anything that he wants to share will be in the link on however you saw this or heard this media. All right. Until then, later, and take care. And, in Burning Man to you, and Burning Man to others, Burning Woman also, burning everything.
This is gonna be a new greeting.
We're all here. Yes, thank you guys.
cycle with a twist. At 8 a.m. the bomb was dropped. Adventurous find pleasure there. Tidal wave, my mind enslaved. His mercy can't be topped. I find reconciliation in the wreckage. My soul